interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast. The German news agency, Transocean, said today in a broadcast.
Here's another late development, and this news keeps coming.
What is up, Kryptonians, and welcome to another weekly edition of The Fives, where I break down the 5 most interesting or most intriguing or just flat out most important stories in the world of movies and entertainment. Again, keep in mind, these are not the only 5 stories. There's probably a lot that happened in the last week. I'm only gonna be covering 5 because I don't want the video to take like 15 to 20 minutes. It's a Sunday, you've got shit to do. I wanna chill, you wanna chill. Let's get this shit over with. The first story we have coming up is shifting release dates. A Quiet Place 2, which is written and directed by John Krasinski. Quiet Place 2 finally has a new release date. I think it was originally scheduled to come out in September of this year, but now it's been moved up to May 28th, which I believe is Memorial Day weekend. Why is this important? It's important because I think Fast 9 previously was supposed to come out on May 28th, and yes, there are 9 of these Fast and Furious movies. There's 9 of these fuckers. This movie is supposed to now come out on June 25th. And why is this important? This is important because Fast 9 is now in direct competition with Venom 2, or Venom There Will Be Carnage. That movie also comes out on June 25th. Now we kind of have a game of chicken. It's unclear if Venom 2 is going to be the next one to move. Let me know in the comment section, which movie are you most looking forward to? Are you most looking forward to Fast and Furious 9 with the return of Han and John Cena, who supposedly is in the movie, although I haven't seen him? Or are you more interested in Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, which is directed by the one and only Andy Serkis? Or are you more interested in A Quiet Place Part 2? Let's get a quick box office report. We have a lot of interesting developments in the movie theater market over the last week. For starters, movie theaters are now open in New York City. This is big news for movies, especially movies coming out in a pandemic, and it is very big news for movie theater chains all across the country. The fact that New York is open, it's unclear if the LA market is going to open up, but rumor has it those theaters are going to be opening up soon again too. As far as the actual box office, coming in at number 1, we've got Raya and the Last Dragon debuting in America with $8.6 million. This came in slightly below expectations, but a lot of this is likely due to a dispute that's ongoing between Cinemark, which is the second biggest theater chain in America, and Disney, because Disney also released Raya and the Last Dragon on Disney Plus Premiere for $30. I believe that Cinemark wanted a bigger split of the profits or whatever. They wanted a deal that's similar to Warner Brothers and HBO Max, and I guess Disney didn't give them that, so they refused to play Raya and the Last Dragon. So that's a pretty big deal. The second biggest theater chain in America not playing a movie like this. It's probably why Raya came in a little bit under expectations. Globally, Raya and the Last Dragon reached $26 million. Coming in at number 2, you've got Tom and Jerry, came in with $6.6 million. Tom and Jerry led the domestic box office last week with $14 million, which was like the biggest debut since Wonder Woman 1984, as far as like movies in the pandemic. The Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland movie, Chaos Walking, I have not reviewed this yet. I do plan on reviewing it in the next few days, but in the meantime, it debuts with $3.4 million at the domestic box office. And rounding out the top 4 and 5, you've got Bookie and you've got Croods: A New Age. Croods: A New Age is in its 15th weekend, and that movie has made like $158 million worldwide, so kudos to the Croods. Our third most intriguing story is a new Christian Bale project with Scott Cooper that is going to be streaming on Netflix. Netflix, I guess, paid $55 million to acquire this movie, to acquire the story for this, and I guess it's described as like a gothic horror type of movie. I think in the movie, Christian Bale is supposed to play some veteran detective who is investigating a series of really bad murders in the 1830s at West Point, and I think he's also working with a young cadet who would eventually go on to become Edgar Allan Poe. And I'm pretty sure you guys know who Edgar Allan Poe is. This is yet another collaboration from Christian Bale and Scott Cooper. I believe they also teamed up on a movie called Hostiles, which came out a few years ago. So guys, let me know, are you excited about Christian Bale's new project? Are you excited about the story and the premise? Are you an Edgar Allan Poe fan? I actually am genuinely curious if there are people in today's modern climate that are fans of Edgar Allan Poe. This one is probably arguably the biggest story of the week. Coming in at number 4, we have a possible new Star Trek movie project that is on the horizon. J.J. Abrams and his Bad Robot production company has tabbed Kalinda Vasquez, I believe that's her name, Kalinda Vasquez, to write a new Star Trek movie. Kalinda Vasquez is also writing Star Trek Discovery. Her other writing credits include Nikita and Fear the Walking Dead, and she's also working on a new Dragon epic saga with George R.R. Martin. It's supposed to come out on HBO. I believe that one is called Roadblock. For those of you that don't know, it's legit legitimately been 5 years and counting since we had a Star Trek movie. Star Trek Beyond came out in 2016, and I believe there were plans for another Star Trek movie after that, but I think negotiations fell through, contract negotiations didn't work out. Script for that potential fourth movie would have had some time travel stuff in it, and I think it would have had James Kirk meeting his father, played by Chris Hemsworth, so that could have been interesting, but I think that whole thing was thrown out, and now it's kind of unclear what the direction of the story is. So if you're a Star Trek fan, sound off in the comment section below. Are you interested in a new Star Trek movie? And do you want it to be a continuation of Kirk and the crew of the Enterprise, or do you want it to be a new original Star Trek idea that we've never seen before? Do you trust Kalinda Vasquez to be able to write the hell out of it? Let me know in the comment section. I'm not gonna lie, my fifth story was gonna be about Zack Snyder's Justice League, but then I figured I probably shouldn't start off the fives with 2 straight stories about Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's just cheating at this point. Obviously, I'm here to shamelessly plug it again. So again, Zack Snyder's Justice League, yes, stream that bitch on March 18th on HBO Max, okay? Stream it, stream the hell out of it. Putting that aside, the story is actually kind of tame compared to Zack Snyder's Justice League or the character teasers that Zack himself has released in the last few days. This is about Coming to America 3. Those of you that don't know, Coming to America 2 or Coming to America, they put the 2 in the middle to show that it's a sequel, but whatever. Coming to America 2 debuted this weekend on Amazon Prime Video. Chaos Walking, I will have a review for this up in the next few days, but in the meantime, Eddie Murphy is already talking about a possible sequel to Coming to America 2. He says that he does have an idea for a new story for Coming to America 3, but he says that we're likely gonna have to wait a long time to see it because he wants to actually be physically 75 years old when this story comes out. Are you a fan of Coming to America? Did you like the first 2 films? And do you think that we deserve to see a 3rd film? And do you want to wait until Eddie Murphy's 75 to see it? It's supposed to leave you with something to watch or something to look forward to. The obvious choice is Raya and the Last Dragon. That movie is dope. I just reviewed it. You guys should definitely, if you have a chance, check it out. Check it out safely in theaters or check it out on Disney Plus Premiere if you have a chance. Keep in mind, we do have another major release coming up next week. It's a movie called Cherry. It's supposed to come out on Apple TV Plus, I believe. It is directed by the Russo brothers and it also stars Tom Holland. Tom Holland, one of the hardest working men in Hollywood apparently nowadays. Guys, those are my 5s. Please like the video. It really helps the channel out, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel.